school back in 2007, and just this last semester got my associate's degree from North Central Michigan College in Petoskey. I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the difficulties we face. I'm not going to lie about this. It hasn't been the easiest journey. We all have some rough spots. Some people I'd like to thank, number one would be the people who did my earliest detection that helped with my success, the Charlevoix School District teachers, Shawn ISD, which some of you may know. Oh, and my first psychiatrist, Dr. Olson of Traverse City, who helped me understand quite a bit.
Wow.
Over the years, I've had a lot of help, to be honest.
When I get home and watch.
Honest, from kindergarten through high school, I've always had some form of help. To name one person who's still in Charlevoix, some of you might have kids in the middle school, a Mr. John Prescott, English teacher. He was my old high school counselor years ago. Oh. List of people to thank really is long. I mean, from kindergarten to some of the people at North Central, it'd take forever just to list them all, you know what I'm saying? And I have to admit, I'm very fortunate for the support I've gotten over the years. People gave me a fighting chance, partially opened my eyes, and to me, failure at this rate is no longer an option. It's succeed above all else. This may sound like a bit of philosophy, but when people work to give you an edge, it means that they got faith in you. And when people have faith in you, it inspires determination. And the determination from the support, it is the key to our success.
Yes, it is.
And so a few days we're going to need that support because there are going to be some really bad days. And the family has to be there to support us along with several others. I know I've had a few rough days, and my mom went to Ella and my parents, they've been quite a help for me. As some of you know, medicine and science, to what I'm seeing, treat autism like a disease. I don't know about you guys, but I think many of you might agree, autism is a difference or a characteristic, a trait. But still, the goal is just like normal people, even though me and my family have a saying, normal people should be on the endangered species list because they're so few. The three main challenges we face, which fuels nearly every other problem we could have. Issue number one is our thought process. Could be through physical issues or just the fact that we want things differently. In my case, I've had black and white thinking or right or wrong thinking regarding most subjects. Responses to jokes, sarcasm is very different sometimes from others around us. And if my high school classmates were here, they could probably tell you stories. This leads to the second problem, which is social interaction with our peers. Sometimes we feel left out or out of place, and sometimes we're both left out and out of place. I know my senior prom was the most awkward feeling I've had in a long time. And this would inevitably lead to our most serious and most present problem, which is depression. Some of us are medically treated for severe depression, depression, and that support group is the extra help we need from besides medicine to keep our head on straight. Okay, and the more importance we have from outer influences to keep us going, all the better. My outlet for depression is often creative writing, poetry, most of the time. Some of you might think, a guy this big, poetry, really? And the writing basically is an outlet for me to describe how I'm feeling, both when I started and even now when I do some writing. The only other way I've had outlet is to see the old high school counselor. He happens to be my neighbor.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but in the course of my writings, I've won a few awards and recognition. I entered back in high school for the Detroit News, a essay contest about everyday heroes. Those of you who were at North Central back in 2010, the Informer had one of my poems in it in the first magazine called Zoya. And ironically, the first positive poem I've ever written in my life was back in high school in 2007, which got some recognition for by the high school staff. It was called Peace, and to be honest, it was more mellow and calming than any of the other works I did. Trust me. And one other thing I've done, I've gone to CMU for a year just as to try to get more outside experience. And they had a Def Jam poetry group called Woodhammer. For those of you who don't know, Def Jam poetry is basically reciting a poem combined with acting on emotions, and not for little ears. Yes, most of the time. I'm excited about that. I still struggle with some social issues, but academically I'm good, which is kind of the balancing act. Good grades, good social, trying to balance it out. In addition to the association, I'm working on a certificate for new media to do web design. This should help with my interest in writing, as well as letting other people know out there they're not alone in this situation, because I know when I was growing up, I felt completely alone, nobody to depend on just the lone soul wandering. And there's always hope for us. Never let somebody tell you, no, you can't do it. And mind if I ask one small favor? Hey, but within every young person, there's a light of potential inside them. The autistic children have just the same light of potential, but because of our challenges, it's a bit hard to shine. What I want to ask is you guys help make that light shine as bright as possible. Oh, people who worked with me practically made me as bright as a lighthouse signal these days. That's what I want people to attain my level of success and hopefully even surpass my level at this rate. Hey, that's the dream. Hey, we all deserve a chance.